Hey everybody, it is Mr. Keeney again. This is the 5th Geometry Remote Learning lesson. Today we're doing area of composite or compound shapes. You'll hear both. So I'm going to do two of these. I'm actually going to do the first one and I'm going to do the last one here. I have posted my work for these middle two ones online. You can find those there. And then you're going to have some practice problems. So we're going to use what we learned in the first 4 lessons to find the area of these kind of awkward looking shapes. So instead of considering the pentagon here, I'm actually going to find the area of the top triangle that you can kind of see right here. And I'm going to add it to the area of this rectangle because I know that we can find area of a triangle. I know we can find the area of a rectangle. If I were to add those together, we will get the area of the entire pentagon. So to break it up a little bit easier, the area of a triangle, we learned the formula is 1/2 times the base times the height, excuse me. Plus the area of the rectangle is base times height. I'm going to put in some little blanks for us to fill in just so I know what I'm dealing with and what I need before I can progress. So be careful on these ones. I am dealing with the triangle right now. The base of my triangle is down here, but it has to be the same because it's rectangle. It is 10. So the base is 10. My height is measured for me right here, which is 3. And then when we go to rectangle, completely shift to just think about the rectangle. The rectangle's base is still 10. And don't get caught napping here because the height is 6, not 3. So 3 goes with triangle, 6 goes with rectangle. Once we have this, we are just going to simplify now. Kind of what we learned the past couple days. 1/2 of 10 is 5. I'll make sure to go a little bit slower to make sure I don't make a mistake in front of you all. 10 times 6 is 60. One more step before I combine like terms. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 60. Now I can add those together. 15 plus 60 is 75. Check my units. It is meters squared or square meters, and that would be our final answer. So pretty simple process. Find the area, add it to this area. That would be the same process for the next two. The reason that I want to skip down to this last one is there is a bit of a new process here. I want to find the area of the shaded region. So it's almost like you can think of like a picture frame, maybe a sidewalk around a lawn, different sort of applications, but the base of it is I want to find the gray area here. So I'm going to do this using 2 different shapes. So the area of the whole big shaded in, and I'm going to shade the whole thing in. So imagine that there's no white rectangle in the center, just the whole thing here. Because I can find the area of that. And what I'm also going to find the area of is the smaller rectangle, the smaller white rectangle. And if I want to find what this shaded region is, I need to subtract this white rectangle from the area of the gray rectangle. And we can do that because we have practiced the area of rectangles. They're just base times height. Just make sure you're using the correct corresponding lengths with the correct corresponding rectangles. So base of my rectangle, the big gray rectangle down here, it says 54. And I have a height of 30. And then I have, yep, I thought I made a mistake for a second. And then I have my second one, which is 34 for my base, and then 20 for my, my height. All right, so now I'm going to combine, or not combine like terms, I'm going to multiply these together. 54 times 30, so really what I'm doing is 54 times 3. I'm going to have to grab a calculator here in a second, but I can do this one real quick because that's just 34 times 2, which is 680. And let me grab a calculator real quick. I'm just using my phone. So for you guys, like right now, you'll notice I didn't have a calculator handy. You might not have one right now, but I bet you have an iPhone or an Android that can do this for you. So 54 times 30. I wasn't sure, did not want to make a mistake in front of you guys, so I'll just make sure. You guys can do that at home as well. 680, which is 940. So I've subtracted the area of the smaller white rectangle from the bigger rectangle to get the area around it. So, oh, and our units, don't forget that. So this one, it's a little bit, I wouldn't say tricky, just you're applying 2 formulas at once. So up here, I'm adding the areas together. Down here, I'm actually subtracting areas. And again, if you do not have a calculator at home, that is fine. I'm guessing a lot of you have a phone or some sort of electronic device. If not, if you're on a Chromebook, I bet you can find a calculator online that can do simple multiplication and addition. That is all that you'll need. So with that being said, that is the end of kind of this area and perimeter section of our geometry review lessons. Next, you'll be going into, I believe, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Mr. Holt will be talking to you about right triangles. So I will talk to you guys later about surface area, But until then, have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.